Now, quality score is an important metric that affects a lot around your Google Ads campaigns, and I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about how this score actually impacts your campaigns and your performance. So what I want to do today is give you a fully comprehensive breakdown of quality score and how it affects your campaigns, answering some of the most common questions I'm asked about quality score and that I've seen across the web asked about quality score as well. So stay tuned, because you're about to find out everything you need to know about quality score. First of all, what is quality score? Well, it's a score assigned to your keywords in your campaigns from 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest, and this score is an indicator of how well you are following what Google is looking for when it comes to matching your ads to users' queries and how successful your campaigns are and your keywords are in doing so. Quality score comes down to 3 factors. They are expected click-through rate, ad relevancy, and landing page experience, and these 3 factors affect whether you get a high score of 10 or a low score of 1. So let's explore these factors in a bit more detail. Landing page experience is an interesting one because it sounds quite generic. What does experience even mean? Well, it's essentially a benchmark Google uses to understand how well your website displays on mobile devices, how navigatable it is, and whether or not it provides useful information. Yeah, I know, another ambiguous term, being useful information. Google doesn't give too much away about what they're looking for, but here are the things I would look for to make sure it puts you in a good position to achieve a good quality score with your landing page experience. First of all, useful information means unique information that is very specific to the user's search term. So if somebody searches something to trigger your adverts to show, they need to see the information regarding exactly what it is they typed in. And it's not just generic information, it has to be useful information in terms of providing the insights and reasoning as to why they should use your service, and value added content for the user so they get a better understanding about what you do. And of course, this ties back into uniqueness of content as well. If your content is duplicated across the web or on pages across your website even, that can negatively affect how Google sees your website as well. So make sure your content is also unique too. The website also has to be very easy to navigate. Can the user within 1 click find exactly what they're looking for when they hit your website? Now, the other factor involved in this as well is the navigation itself. Can they find the menu items they're looking for, whether it's a service adjacent to what you're offering directly? And more importantly, does your website work well across all devices? It's 2024, people. If your website doesn't work across a mobile device or a tablet, you've got a big problem. So fix this, because otherwise you will never provide a good landing page experience. The next 2 factors are basically tied together because they are your expected click-through rate and your ad relevance, which are both essentially linked. The relevance of your ad to the user's search term is going to be a factor in quality score, but the actual factor itself also affects your expected click-through rate, because of course, the more relevant your ad is to the user's search, the better click-through rate should be expected from the user, because your ad is matching exactly what they are looking for, making your ad more enticing. But there's one problem with this. Everybody is going to do this. Everybody's going to make sure their ad matches the user's search term quite well. So you have to look at the factors outside of just that pure relevancy to increase your quality score. So parking aside the keyword relevancy within your ad content itself, because in the Google Ads interface itself, when you're creating your responsive search ads, Google actually ticks a little green box next to your example keywords from your ad group as to whether or not you've included those keywords as headlines in your responsive search ads. So Google's giving this feedback anyway, and everybody's going to try and follow it, so you need to think outside the box here. Think of the unique selling points about your business. Think of factors that you do that your competitors can't do that would stand out on the search results page. Maybe you're offering some kind of sale or discount that competitors aren't offering. Maybe you offer more types of service that they can't offer as well, or other incentives outside of this. Now, this is going to be an important factor because, as I said, everybody is going to be optimizing towards the target keyword. So you need to think out of the box. And there's one more thing to consider as well. And that is, if you're not somebody who's good at writing ads, and even if you can't do the right prompts with ChatGPT to give you help as well, you probably need to hire some help to help you write better ads, because it's not just about the relevancy and it's not just about highlighting USPs, it's also about good copywriting. Can you write a good ad? Now, you don't have many characters to play with, which makes things even more difficult, so you really need to nail down how you succinctly, to the point, get across some of your USPs and the reasons people should click your ads above your competitors. And it's very hard to get something to be sounding right and worded right in such a short character count, but It's a skill you're going to have to harness if you want to maximize your ad performance on Google. So now you know what quality score is. Some of the questions I often get around quality score is, first of all, how long does Google take to alter or change your quality score based on your optimizations? So say you've got a quality score of 2 or 1 and you want to try and improve that, and you make changes to your landing page, maybe you make edits to your ads as well. How long does it take for Google to acknowledge those edits and then increase your score to maybe 6 or 7 or whatever it might be? There's no hard and fast rule to this. I've seen ads that change quality score within 24 hours once a lot of work has been done. Now, admittedly, this was for a very bad website and a very bad campaign setup with very poor relevance, very poor ads. In fact, I've even seen some of the ads were the old expanded text ads before responsive search ads came along, which tells you all you need to know about why the score changed so quickly. But other times I've seen campaigns where you make a ton of edits and the score doesn't really move that much at all. Now, there's a few things to consider as to why this might happen. First of all, are you getting a lot of data through the campaign? Because Google can't assign a new quality score to keywords if it hasn't got the performance data to be able to give that alteration. If your campaign is getting maybe 2 or 3 clicks per day through a particular keyword that you've optimized with the quality score, it's not going to really move the needle much. Whereas if you have a keyword that gets hundreds of clicks a day, Google can much more quickly learn and ascertain how well the keyword is performing out there on the search results to give you a better indication of your quality score. Another hack I've seen work myself is if Google isn't altering your quality score when you've really improved your landing page experience and you've done things to your website to massively improve it, sometimes this trick can help. Take the page you've optimized and improved, change the URL and resubmit that into your ad, and that can basically give Google kind of a trigger point to recheck the page again. Now, I've seen it work in quite a few occasions where Google doesn't really acknowledge a new page that's been edited, but they do recognize a new URL in a responsive search ad. So this can help. Now, there's obvious implications to this. If you're duplicating pages, be aware of your SEO. If it's a duplicate of an exact page you want to rank organically, make sure you do a no index, no follow directive on all PPC landing pages where content could be duplicated. You don't want to hurt your SEO strategy. Another question I get is whether or not there are hidden quality scores in terms of a quality score for an account or a quality score for ad groups. Now, there is no confirmation from Google as to whether a quality score is hidden, in terms of an account level quality score or an ad group level quality score. These are assumptions based on PPC practitioners over the years. And even though Google has not confirmed this, when you think about how Google Ads works, it wouldn't be surprising if Google did keep a tab on how successfully optimized campaigns are within an account. Think about it. If you're running an account where the quality scores are generally very high and you create new campaigns and roll them out and they also have quite high quality scores, why wouldn't Google reward an account that's well run when you're launching new campaigns compared to a campaign or an account where the quality scores are typically quite low? If they launch new campaigns, why should they get the same starting point as somebody who's been well optimized and well performing previously? You'd like to think Google would look at every keyword and every account and every campaign in isolation, but that doesn't make sense to me. Google often wants to look at these things to improve the quality of their product. That is their focus. They want more people clicking the ads, more people having a positive experience doing so. And one way to guarantee that, or not even necessarily guarantee it, but improve it, is if they did this, if they let people know, hey, you've got a better account, we're going to give you a better reward. And if you've got a bad performing account that doesn't really perform well in terms of quality score, you demote that account overall. Again, Google has not confirmed this, but to me, it kind of makes sense. Another question people often ask about quality score is whether or not you should be removing or pausing keywords with a low quality score to bring up the overall average quality score in the account to benefit from account level quality score improvements or the perceived quality score improvements at account level. Again, Google has not confirmed this exists. Well, my answer to that question is no. If you've got a keyword in your account that is exactly kind of targeted to what you're trying to sell or do, there's no reason to pause that keyword because that keyword presents an opportunity. And in a bidding strategy where it's automated and you're trying to achieve a target CPA, taking levers away from Google isn't going to help. That keyword with a low quality score might get 1 click and get 1 conversion once every 30 or 60 days, but why would you want to turn down that conversion? You want to get it. So I would not want to pause or remove keywords because they have a low quality score. Here's what you do instead. You optimize the quality score, of course. You improve the landing pages, you improve the ads, and you keep working on improving the quality score, because ultimately that's what's going to help you get better results. Pausing it to try and benefit from some mythical kind of overall account level quality score is not going to be as powerful as having a keyword that's relevant to your services and products in your account and active. The final question I always get is this: why is quality score important? And it's because historically it's always been part of what is called the ad rank equation. Your max CPC bid, the most you're willing to pay for a click in your bid, times your quality score gives you an ad rank score. And you can see how that multiplier effect of the quality score in that equation can give you a better ad rank. Now, this was how Google Ads was, but not how it is. Nowadays, there are 6 factors that affect ad rank because of how Google does a lot of automated smart bidding, and there are auction time signals. There are much more factors at play when it comes to optimizing your ad rank. So quality score, instead of being a factor you optimize to improve your ad rank, it's now a reflection of how Google sees your ad rank. So quality score is an indication as to how Google sees your campaigns. So what that means is, if you have a quality score of 8 and you're trying to get to 9 and 10, there isn't going to be a massive benefit to doing so, because that ad rank equation doesn't apply anymore. There are 6 ad rank criteria now. I've covered them in another video, which I've linked in the description below. So it's important to understand that this is no longer a factor in purely getting a better ad rank. Instead, it's an indication of how Google sees your ads. If you have a quality score of 8 to 10, Google sees you as in the right place, you're relevant enough, and your experience is good enough that they deem you to have a good quality score. If your quality score is middling from 5, 6, or 7, or whatever it might be there, then Google sees you as moderately relevant, and you probably need to do some work on your campaigns in terms of improving your ad copy and your landing pages to get a better quality score. And if you're right at the bottom with a quality score of 1, 2, and 3, Google sees you as irrelevant, which means they are going to punish you. You are going to pay more for your traffic. You are going to struggle to get a good ad rank, but that isn't because your quality score is bad, therefore the max CPC bid times quality score means a bad ad rank. That is because of the 6 ad rank criteria. Google deems you as low quality, therefore they assign you with a low quality score. So think of it as 3 brackets of performance. You have the bottom end, the middle, and the top end. If you're in the top end, you're doing okay, you're doing well. Trying to optimize your quality score from 8 to 10, for example, is going to be pretty arbitrary. To try and get that needle moved, there's not really much you can necessarily do. Google often assigns quality scores to keywords without necessarily looking that deeply into the content. So you're in a good place regardless, and trying to put all of your efforts in going from an 8 to a 9, you'll be better off looking at the other campaign performance factors to improve your overall performance. But if you have a score lower than that, you probably need to do some work on your account. So that, guys, is everything you need to know about quality score. If you have any questions about it, hit me up in the comments below, because I reply to pretty much all comments on all of my new videos. Like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to head over to darren-taylor.com for help with your PPC campaigns, and I'll see you guys on my next video.